And we are live.
Yo, yo, yo.
Another Fake Problems podcast. I almost forgot the name right there. I'm not even going to lie. I was like, what the fuck
it's
is
been
this?
a while.
What is this thing called? It's been a bit. We're back, though, and we're more serious than a heart attack.
What?
I don't know. Felt right. Wasn't great.
That joke sucks.
I think it was implied when no one laughed. I really had to add that on, huh?
Oh, God. Fuck it, let's do it.
good
Just
to be
get right
back.
into it.
All right, let's just fucking get right into it. Is it incest if you get invited to a threesome with two half-siblings?
Wait. All right, what's the situation? Are the two half-siblings... are the two half-siblings full siblings?
Listen to what you just said. Does what you say make any sense?
No. You two of your half-siblings.
No. You're just a guy.
Oh, you're not related.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be... Oh, you know what? I apologize for attacking you. Because that's an even crazier situation. Let's start with the easier one.
Okay. Well, yeah. All right.
You're just a guy or a girl, and
You're probably a guy, let's be real.
yeah, I don't see a lot of girls being like casually asked to have a threesome. I feel like it's a lot more invasive. Like two guys double teaming a girl.
I've never been in a scenario where I'm even close to a threesome. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, well, I've been in one, but like not in like it wasn't like a casual, like I'm at a bar and people are like, hey, you want to just go do this? It was like I'd known the girls for a while and we were all hanging out, partying.
You've been involved in one? Oh, yeah. Damn.
I mean, dude, the partying drug world has a lot to offer.
Oh, wow.
But, I mean, it isn't as great as it seems. Because if you're anyone of like a
jealous nature?
No, not. I mean, I was the one guy and there was two girls.
Right.
But like, it was more like there's a lot of awkward moments where like your attention is on one. It's hard to do both. At
Seems
the same.
stressful.
It is, dude. It was more stressful.
It's like
than
multiple people pinging you at work. And
Like
you're like, what do I?
The initial going was nice when you're all like, kind of like touchy feeling, getting into it. But then when it gets to the sex part, you can't split that between. It's hard to like do the fucking part and then also attend to someone on top of that.
So one's
like,
just kind of sitting there?
Yeah, like kissing you or like trying to ride your face, but it's all like there's so much going on. Dude. So I mean, don't
Could
get
do a
wrong.
whole episode on this, dude. This is fascinating.
I mean, yeah, it's not what most guys think. For my experience, my one time. But I left it being like, cool, done, but that's not what I'm looking like. I'm not like, yes, I need another one.
You don't need more.
No, I was like, that was more, it was definitely more.
It's a cool resume piece.
Yeah, when you're in high school. Like, who the fuck who am I going to tell that to now and be like, yeah, I had a threesome when I was like 20.
I still think it's cool.
And that's the
I think
guy
you're
in us.
cooler now.
All right, dude, tight.
You made up for that joke you opened with.
Yes, respect. All right, let's get back to the original question. You get offered a threesome with two half-siblings. Are you participating in incest? Also, I don't even know what the definition
You're
of it.
helping incest. You are, what's the word? You're like a confidant. No.
I know what you're talking. An accomplice.
Accomplice to incest.
Yeah, it's weird because they're half, so it's less incest, but it's still on some level incest, right?
Yeah, when does incest stop? Like
I think when there's no blood relation.
Like second cousin, third cousin, fourth cousin.
Second, you're not related to them. Second cousin is literally.
You're totally related to second cousin.
Isn't it? Oh,
This is also a never-ending debate. Like, what is a second cousin? But I'm pretty sure
it's not defined. I thought it was literally if your cousin has
defined.
a kid. So I guess you're totally related.
Well, that would for sure be blood related.
I feel
But
like
that's also a misconception. That's not what it is.
No, what is it?
No. I couldn't explain it. With words.
You know what it's not?
I promise you it's not, because like your cousin's kid is another level down. A second cousin is on your level, your generational level. So it
Oh.
goes like it goes up like further and then down or something
Oh.
like that.
Huh.
If
Well,
that
yeah,
makes sense.
I've this entire
You
time.
can do a follow up on that, but I'm pretty sure either way you're blood.
The one that
related.
always confused me was the removed. Whenever they'd be like, "Oh, it's my second cousin removed," I looked up
Once
that once,
removed,
and
twice
it made it even more confusing. But I thought I swear
I think that's the same thing. Like your cousin once removed is your second cousin.
I don't think so.
No?
I looked this up, and there's this giant chart. It's so confusing.
Oh God.
But when I looked at the chart, I swear to God, it was when your cousin has a child, that is your second cousin. It's not your niece or nephew. That's only brother sister. Like if your brother or sister has a kid.
Sure, yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying is that your
Regardless,
cousin's
but
kid,
that's blood related still.
oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I thought I don't know. So third cousin, maybe not? I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think I don't think you're doing incest.
No,
Hold
I mean,
on.
yeah.
Is incest a crime? Like actually
Yes,
a crime?
I believe so. Yeah. I think it's
So
actually
would
a
you
crime.
get charged with anything if you were involved?
I feel like it's a really hard thing to like in court. How would you prove it?
Yeah.
You would need to have like DNA evidence, and someone would have to come forth with like, I don't. It would have to be like with rape cases, the person has to come forward really quick.
You would have to be a third person in a threesome and report it.
Exactly.
In that case, are you safe? Or do you also get charged?
I don't think you'd get charged because you're not committing incest. They are. Your
Yeah.
your
No,
person's
right,
not
right,
committing
right.
incest. But they I would think if they have blood relation and they're fucking, if they're like, I mean, how much can two women fuck each other realistically? But it's,
Yeah, wait, can two women be charged of incest?
I don't,
Because the crime is sexual intercourse, right?
dude. You just opened up a whole Pandora's box now. Can another woman rape a woman?
Yes.
No toys.
Hands.
Oh, nah, there you go. That's fair. I guess you could. Damn, you're good. This guy's got every fucking angle. So yeah, I guess. And then to your situation of if you're all half siblings, that's for sure incest.
Yeah, what did I initially... oh, yeah, I
Is
thought
that
it was...
if you
I thought it
yourself
was
were half siblings with them,
two
right?
half-siblings, yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely incest.
Yes.
I wonder what the punishment is for incest.
I don't know. Should do it live?
Yeah,
Look it up.
fucking check it out.
All right.
We got time. We can edit around it.
All right.
I'll
cool.
just I'll sit here and
Play
drink
some
this.
music. Start monologuing.
All right, I'll drink this beautiful liquid death that I know
Tell
in the
everyone
future.
about your day.
Oh my! I mean, I was already saying something. You just kind of cut me off. Come on, man. I was going to talk about this beautiful liquid death that eventually we will have a sponsorship for. I am so. It is if not the top sponsorship of all
Yes.
podcasts. So it's only a matter of time before they decide upon us to sponsor. Did it come up?
Incest is often charged as a felony,
Okay.
as crimes like rape and statutory rape
Yeah.
that are related to it. This means that a defendant who is convicted may face years in prison. If it is charged as a misdemeanor, the defendant may spend several months in jail. So I guess.
How
But
does it
It's
go?
weird that they're saying rape is related because I feel like that's very different.
Well, it's
'Cause-
just a category of sexual crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're not saying it is rape, but, dude, yeah. I mean, I've read of some incest stories and how they play. Like, there's so many weird places on Reddit where people like, and you never know if they're making up the story or not, but of people like growing up in terrible situations and they just found like, what's the word for it? Like safety in their sibling that ended up in like mixing romantic relationship because they're in like this terrible, impoverished, abusive place. And then
Yeah.
like the one story I'm thinking of was this guy saying he essentially grew up in this terrible situation in the South, abusive father and mother, father sexually abusing them, and then that turned into like them finding safety in each other, ended up having like a sexual relationship with each other, and the whole thing was the guy is now about to get married. Does he tell his wife about his like that past? Because it's such a he recognizes it's awful. He went to therapy, like it happened, and it happened. But
God.
what do? Do you tell your wife, the person you're about to marry?
Oh, you gotta.
Do you?
No, but
Dude, because that's something that could definitely end it. That's very...
all right. To be fair, I was reading incest laws while you started that story.
No, it doesn't count.
But wait, so what was? Well, we can edit. But what was the scenario?
All right. Guy grows up in a terrible situation. Abuse everywhere, extreme poverty.
From his parents or
parents,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, everything. But he has a sister. And him and his sister, the only safe place are each other, essentially, in this world. They're just both kind of going through it. And eventually that relationship with the sister develops into a sexual relationship.
Okay.
And call it a result of sexual abuse from their parents or whatever. But, like, the abuse ended up in them finding safety, but then also ended up having a romantic relationship.
Okay.
Romantic relationship ends when they're, like, late teenagers or early teenagers, somewhere around there. But it went on for multiple years, right? He's now an adult. He's about to get married. He's never told anyone about this. Does he tell his about-to-be wife?
How do you know about this?
Reddit.
Oh, okay.
Anonymous post? The preface of this is like, it could be fake. But it also...
Was it one of those threads like, what's a secret you've told nobody?
Yeah, that kind of shit. So, but to the degree that he told... The story was huge. And like, to make all this up, it could for sure be fake. But I guarantee that is a situation that has happened.
Yeah.
Because incest happens. And it usually happens from, like, you know, not having the right guidance, abuse, all that shit. So the question is, do you tell your about-to-be wife, or do you just bury that down forever, and you marry your wife, or marry the person who's going to be your wife?
I'm very much, like, things that are buried like that are just going to kill you in the long run. Like, it's going to wear you down. Hold that in.
Yeah. But also, like, you get that out. I guess, I don't know.
Do you want to date someone or marry someone who would leave you after hearing that knowledge?
I think anyone has the right to leave someone after hearing that knowledge.
You think so?
Yeah. Hypothetical. You're about to marry someone, and the day before your wedding, they go, listen, I got to tell you something. I used to fuck my brother.
That'd be a little late. Was that the post? Day before wedding?
They're engaged. They're about to get married.
Oh, shit.
Yes. So say 3 months, 6 months, I don't know. You guys are engaged. And they go, listen, before we do this, I have to tell you this. I fucked my brother for 6 years growing up. Do you think that's something you'd be like, you know what? We're going to get through this.
Maybe this doesn't matter, but, like, are they still in touch with their sibling? Probably, right?
I don't know.
Like they're going to go to Thanksgiving and...
Yeah, that's another layer. But before
that'd
we
make
get...
it tougher.
Before the details, for face value, say you never have to see the sister again or brother or whatever the fuck, but you just know that your wife-to-be used to fuck her brother for multiple years.
That'd be wild.
It's a tough pill to swallow for anyone. And I there's probably people who would totally be like, you know what? You were a child. That was abuse. It's fine. It's in the past. But it's like, it's a hard thing to, it's tough, man.
Yeah, he also has to, or he, she, did they say, it doesn't matter. But they also have to, like, justify it and be like, I was abused. Like, that's why.
Sure, yeah. I mean, in his case, it seemed like it was not like a, oh, yeah, we just started fucking each other. It was like a...
Yeah,
but
that's also something you can't verify.
For sure, yeah. There is doubt.
Yeah.
Like, there's no...
No one was charged with anything,
No,
right?
and there's no written documentation. There's like, no...
What if his life was fine and he's like, it was so tough?
He's just fucking his sister.
That's what I'd be worried about.
Yeah, I would... And call me a pessimist. I would think most people would probably back out.
Really?
Yeah. That's a tough one.
I feel like if you're going to say that, that's got to come out before you're engaged to the person. Like when it's getting serious.
Yeah, but when's the right... Yeah.
When's the right time to say you've been fucking
I would
your
argue
sister?
it needs to be serious for you to say that.
Right. So, serious, not engaged yet.
Okay.
That's like... That would be, if I were in that would be my level of like, is this going to happen? Can she accept this?
Yeah, I don't think I'd propose to someone if I had that in and I was thinking about telling
Yeah,
them.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, it's a little nuts.
Or, I mean, I say that having never been in
Sure,
an
yeah. I mean,
incestual
obviously
relationship.
we can't truly like say what we do.
I
but,
could totally also see I'm just going to bury this for the rest of my life.
Well, it's like, dude, you think about it like this too. It's almost like that. What happened to you is robbing you of like having a good life potentially. Like
Yeah.
if you are like, I have to tell people this, you're letting that thing
Dude,
potentially
also
ruin everything.
think about the fact that, say this is real, the fact he made a post about it anonymously, it is killing him inside.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
What's it going to get better? No, it's not going to get better. He's got to say it. That's going to eat away at him forever.
Yeah, but also like you could have so much taken away from you by telling people that. It's in this weird area of extreme thing that
Yeah.
like people could just, which you can make the argument, people that would disown you for that information be present are not the people you want in your life, but a lot of people would not. I don't know, man. This sounds very shitty. I mean, obviously, if someone was like, I was severely sexually abused and I fucked my brother or sister, I would try to come from an understanding standpoint. But if it's like my significant other, it would be hard to be like, you know what? We'll get through it. Let's get married.
It's certainly tough.
Yeah, dude.
Certainly.
It's extremely tough.
Certainly a real problem.
I'm glad you've identified it. Thank God. Really cleared the air. I mean, I don't think we're going to have a definitive answer. I just wanted your...
I think I can say definitively I would have to say it at some point if I were in that.
If you were the guy.
I would
or the
I would
person.
have to say it.
Yeah. I'm
Dude,
trying...
guilt doesn't go away. I don't think. For something that big.
But that is like a... What are you guilty for? Like, say you're this guy.
Right, you're right, you're not. The guy isn't
Yeah.
like actually guilty, but he probably feels like immense guilt and shame, hence why he's holding it in. And I don't think that'll just go away. If he never tells anyone about it, he should go to therapy first.
Well, that's what he said he has. He's
has.
like worked on this stuff, but
okay.
it is just a thing in his past that like...
Has he told anyone but his therapist?
I don't remember. I think it's just therapist.
Okay.
So like he's in a place now where that part is done, but this is maybe a better way to spin it. He's at a place of saying, does my significant other, should they know that this happened? I'm over it. It's done. It happened, and it is what it is. But should I tell them?
He's like, I'm in a good place right now.
Yeah, it is in the past. It's done. And
Okay.
he's worked with a therapist. He's like, does my significant other deserve to know that I fucked my sibling for years? Sorry, I should have given you that context.
Well,
that's different.
Yeah, it is a little different. But I feel like just the fact that he's thinking about it that much, there's still some level. I don't think he can just...
Yeah.
Oh,
I hear you.
maybe he's over it.
I hear you, though, because to your point, he is feeling guilty enough of not telling his significant other, where he's thinking about, should they know this?
Yeah, maybe that's where the guilt is. Like he has a secret that to this person he's claiming I'm sharing my life with. I'm sharing everything with. He's keeping something.
Yeah, and like the impact it could have if like someone finds out secondhand and then they know that this person married me even though I fucked my sibling kind of thing.
But this is just like a more extreme level of, do you have to share all your relationship history with your significant other?
I mean, yeah, that's one way to look at it. It's extremely extreme.
It's yeah.
My past relationship, my sibling.
It's a past relationship.
You're not wrong.
Does he have to disclose that?
I don't know. I mean,
It is incest, though.
I think-
Has he? You don't know the answer to this, but like, has he? How's the sibling doing? Have they been in a situation? Do they talk about it?
I don't know. I mean, that's.
I would be.
I don't know.
Oh God!
I mean,
Imagine you were that guy. Dude, I feel like that'd be
Dude.
so weird to still be close with your sibling.
Oh yeah, I mean that. I think I'm trying to remember the story, and I wish I had it saved, but I think that like no one from his family, like he no longer associates with any, like that's not in their life. The
Yeah.
sister, the family, that's out. He is
They're
separated
gone.
from that. It is just a thing. It is just a
I
thing that
I
happens.
can't imagine having like the relationship I have now with my siblings.
You could never.
Yeah.
You can't. There's. That what you're thinking of is so far away of the possibility of this man's life.
You can't just be cool with each other.
Even if you like kissed your sister, dude, you just can't, it would never be normal. Never.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so fun. I don't think there's certain things I don't think people can come back from in life. I don't. I think that's one of them.
That being one of them.
I think you fucking family, you can't come back.
It's over.
In this life that you're living, I'm sorry. you can't make up. You can't get over it. It's just, it happened. And
it's like you can't be friends with your exes.
No, it's not like that. It's totally not like that.
I mean,
you can definitely be friends with your exes. Then it's totally okay.
Yeah, maybe.
You can. There's definitely some. There's definitely some that it doesn't work out, but you can for sure be come on, if we're being serious on this comedy podcast, you can definitely be. Are you not friends with any of your exes?
No, I am.
Okay, all right. So, just playing devil's advocate on yourself. I mean,
well, I'm trying to think now. I don't know. I can be civil with my exes.
I was gonna say, at least for me, that's what it is. I'm not.
But if I got to a point of being like friends again, it would either escalate back into being back together, or it just, I don't know. I feel like I couldn't be close in a friendly relationship with an ex.
Yeah, and dude, I feel exactly the same way. But I think it's just a maturity thing because people pull it off to a degree where I'm like, holy shit, we're like,
yeah, I believe that.
People like literally they're continuing to be friends with them. Their friends married, and everyone's like super friendly. It's just like a level of respect and maturity that eventually people are like, it was a thing in the past. It was great. Life has changed, but like we still value who like each other are. Like
it's
as
like
a person.
Jerry Seinfeld and Elaine in Seinfeld.
Exactly, best example.
Yeah,
very friendly. So. Not like you fucking your sibling. I think that one's out.
You can't go to Thanksgiving. Again.
Yeah. Which I think I put this at the end of the list, but I think it's worth talking about. Of things you can't fix. Has anyone ever reversed pedophilia? Like, has anyone who ever got to the point of being like, I want to fuck kids?
Are we pivoting? Hold on.
All right, sorry.
I found my question that maybe sparked this was, when does incest stop? I think I found an answer. All right.
When does it
apparently
stop?
There are degrees of relationships. So and it's based on the amount of DNA shared.
Oh, no.
So,
you're about to say identical twins.
Identical twins is 100%.
Oh.
Parent offspring, 50%. Full sibling, 50%. Three-quarter sibling. Or sibling cousins. I don't know what a three-quarter sibling is.
Three-quarter sibling.
How does that work? But that's 37.5%.
I have no idea how that
Gonna
works.
Google that.
Feels like weird math.
Grandparent, grandchild, 25. Okay, anyway. Most laws regarding prohibited degree of kinship concern relations of R equals 25% or higher. So
what was the...
A half-sibling is 25%.
Oh, shit.
So that would barely fall into that range.
Yeah. Still
and
weird.
uncle, nephew, niece, that's 25%. Okay, so great-grandparent, great-grandchild, only 12.5.
Oh, God, that's disgusting to think about.
Disgusting but legal.
Thanks for clarifying.
First cousins, 12.5%.
Wow, so that's like the same as a great-grandparent and a great-grandchild. Damn.
Triple second cousins, what on earth is that?
Dude, what are these numbers?
Half first cousin. First cousin once removed.
Dude, what?
Double second cousins. What is this? Triple second cousins share more DNA than double second cousins. All right, we're going to follow up on all this.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of it's just starting to make less and less sense. But the first one you said...
So half siblings, it's a felony.
Okay. Identical twins fucking. I haven't even thought about that. That is crazy. What are the chances of their offspring being mutated? Like, you're fucking
100%.
yourself. Dude, that's nuts.
Wait, that's actually, it's impossible.
What?
Wait, hold on. This might be an idiot moment. Can you be identical twins with an opposite gender?
No, I don't think so. That's paternal, I think. Or maternal.
Yeah, because identical's when the fertilized egg splits, right?
Yeah. So then.
So yeah,
they
that'd have to
always
be the same.
gender. So I guess they couldn't fuck. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, but why did it say that first? Maybe we're wrong.
Maybe just to illustrate the point. This is also Wikipedia.
Huh. That's fucking. Yeah, I don't even know, man.
I mean, yeah, degree of relationship is 0 for identical twins. I don't know if that.
Really?
So yeah, first degree is parent, offspring, or full sibling.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's fucking. There's a world where that like, there's a lot of people that have been affected by that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But here's the point I was going to make, though, not about the pedophilia thing. This guy in the story that we're talking about, it's possible that you've met people that have had this happen to them.
Just holding it down?
Yeah, dude, because they're never going to tell anyone. I would argue most people probably never tell anyone about that if it happens to them.
I think Dom would tell us.
I mean, yeah. Well, gotta edit that name out, but yeah. I mean, I don't think Dom. Oh, fuck, here we go. I don't think he would be himself if he was like raped.
He'd be a different person.
He doesn't.
He'd be really shy.
Probably, or a rapist.
Ooh,
Sexual abuse typically ends up in the abuser abusing, which is terrible.
Raped people rape people.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know, man. That'd be. Again, we've probably met people who've been sexually abused for sure.
Abused for sure. Incest.
Yeah, I don't know. We've met a lot of people, I feel like. By 30 years of age, you've met a lot. I've met tons of people. And some people that I'm like, I can
tell you've had incest.
Yeah, I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me if they've fucked their cousin. Cousin fucking, I feel like is a very common thing.
In the South, yeah.
Yeah. I would just say rural areas. It's probably way more common and way more accepted. And I think like...
Is that why there's just less options?
Yeah, for sure. It's like small town stuff.
Wow.
But also, this is kind of fucked up. It's not encouraging incest, but if you fuck your cousin, you have like a 2 to 3% more chance of having like a genetic mutation. So it's not a...
so you're good.
Yeah, essentially you could fuck your first cousin and second cousin. It's like almost nothing from fucking your second cousin. Trust me, I know.
You've done some research.
Not just re-up, because I thought...
I've also heard that.
Yeah, because I thought it was like way higher. I thought it was like, if you fuck your cousin, you're going to have a mutated fucking child. But it's more like if you fuck your parent or your sibling, then it's probably going to happen. You're flipping a coin at that point. To wrap this around, and we won't stand for too much longer, pedophiles. Has anyone been cured? I don't even know how we'd measure that, because you can't like be inside someone's head, but any of the people that get that far, is there any undoing that?
Cured as in, like they don't want to do it anymore?
Yeah, they're not attracted to children anymore. Has that ever happened? Or is it like, is it a place where you can't come back once you've gone that far? You're just there.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you're getting into like... Is it just, are you born with that? Is it a choice?
I think it's an orientation for sure. Oh, no, not a choice. It's an orientation. Like, you're born gay kind of thing.
Damn, that's a fucking tough draw.
Dude, yeah.
If you're born that way.
I don't, how does one learn it is the real question. If it, say it is a learned behavior, how does someone learn that?
I don't know. I mean, weren't you saying a while ago, like these people who run pedophile rings, like Epstein, those people, that it starts with like porn addiction and then they keep going further?
Yeah, but
you think they have like a predisposition?
Yeah, yes,
you
exactly.
Think so?
I think it's just like with an addict. Where like you and I can drink alcohol, but some people they'll drink and they literally cannot stop, and eventually it devolves to them drinking a handle of vodka a day, as opposed to us being able to have like 5 drinks and be like, I'm not gonna drink for a month.
Yeah.
Where like the porn addict, it's probably not every case of porn addicts, because priests touch children all the time, and they're not looking at porn
that you know of.
Yeah,
but yeah.
And one could argue that it's situational for them, where they're just...
That's a whole other thing. Like, are they
But
Why do priests touch children?
But why don't? Okay, if it was like the situation bred that, why don't they just fuck other adults? That's
Priests?
Yeah, like
Because they can't for their faith or whatever.
but they can't fuck kids for their faith. That's also
Right, okay, I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. But well, I feel like they do some mental gymnastics where that feels like a loophole. Where like if they have a relationship with an adult, they think that's wrong.
I think they think both is wrong.
Yeah.
But I don't. That's where in my head I go, how is the fucking the kid one less wrong? I would imagine, dude. I would imagine if a priest came to their other priest and said, I had sex with an adult or whatever, it'd probably be less crazy than if they went, yo, I touched Billy last week.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
That's what I'm saying. We're like, how does it end up in pedophilia and not just them fucking another adult?
Yeah, how is that not the first valve that breaks?
Yeah, it's never that. You never hear this priest was fucking slinging dick all around town and then he started fucking kids. It's always straight to the kids.
Yeah.
I've heard theories on this. I think the one I truly think it is probably is that it's all a power thing because their kids are young. You can manipulate them. You can essentially make them into something, whatever you want, as opposed to an adult. They see your bullshit coming a mile away.
Yeah.
They're like, get the fuck away from me. So I think that has to play into it of just like
Right.
proximity. We're here. It's easy to just groom this person, and then they just do it.
So, but isn't there a common like chicken or egg debate where it's like, does the
that
situation
attract
breed it,
priests?
or
Yeah.
do they go there because they are that? Do they become priests
It
because
has to be.
they're?
It has to be they breed it. The chance that
I think it started that way, but I feel like it's gotten a reputation now to the point where if you're a pedophile, you go and become a priest.
true, but I would think that there's a lot less natural pedophiles than there are people wanting to be priests. Like overall,
Maybe.
the percentage of pedophiles that
Actually, that's a good question. Actually,
yeah, it's like I think that the situation probably breeds it more than there's like pedophiles going, ooh, I could be a priest. It just seems like I don't know. It seems like the numbers would be so small that we wouldn't have such a large organization being like the Catholic Church.
yeah, I think I agree on that.
Yeah, I mean, it is also crazy that we can like everyone just knows this about them.
I know,
And it just continues. Like it's out there.
yeah, and people are still Catholic, and they just
Still
laugh it off.
Devoutly Catholic. Yeah, they're like, no, yeah, that doesn't happen. Dude, these shorts are just killing me.
Oh,
Yeah,
and they're riding up pretty
Dude,
high
every
dude.
time. It's like just stay in place.
Yeah.
Feels like a priest. Yeah, I don't know. And the law doesn't apply to them. That's the craziest part too. We find these things out, and the priests don't get arrested. They don't.
Yeah, they get moved.
They just get moved. And the police. It's like if you ever want to get really into conspiracy, the Catholic Church has control beyond what feels like anyone, where they can truly subvert the law. Be like, no, and subvert the law over a heinous crime, repeated.
Yeah, the worst one. One of the worst
repeated
ones.
millions of times. I'd say in the past 100 years alone. It's dude, talk about darkness, man. Like
Yeah.
has to be the worst side of humanity.
Catholic priests.
Yeah, I'd say it's in the ends of like along the lines of war and rape and pillaging. Like it's almost worse because you're like,
You just mean like pedophilia in general?
yeah. I mean, with the Catholics doing it at a magnitude that's
At an
so
organized
crazy.
level.
Yeah, organized pedophilia is insane.
Yeah, it's probably one of the darkest things that's
Yeah.
ever happened.
Yeah, it's fucking free will, baby. Okay, I think
God.
we beat that
All
dead
right,
horse.
Yeah, give me an easy one.
That dead child horse. Girls with male names on dating apps.
Pass.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Wait, do you feel that way? I was kind of joking.
I mean, it's I don't
what
even.
kind of
I'm
name?
trying. Fuck, I don't. There was I saw one, and it was literally like a guy's name, and I was like, "Call me shallow." I just don't know if I could. If like your girl's name is Dave, she's a woman. But her name's
Dave
just...
is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a bad example.
That's an absolute.
Like, yeah, I just
what's the weirdest female name?
Dude, I'm trying to remember. There was... This is one. Carl. Short for Carly. But literally had their name as Carl.
I have a female friend that we all call Carl.
There you go. I fucked Carl
But
the other
it's
weekend.
kind of like a joke though. Like she
For
doesn't
sure,
she doesn't actually go by. It's like only her close friends call her Carl.
Okay, in a situation
But-
where this girl's like, my name
Like,
is
hey,
Carl.
I'm Carl. I'd be like, whoa.
Oh, getting hot and heavy with Carl.
Is she hot though?
It's pretty cute.
Yeah, then I don't care.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's all talk until you're in front of a woman, you know, and you're like, it
It's like,
doesn't
all right, I
matter.
can get behind that.
Yeah, I could get behind Carl.
I met a girl named Logan once.
That's a tough one too. That is
Have
a,
you
that is
ever
a
heard of that?
strong male name. No,
That's like one of the manliest
not
names.
short for anything. Huh?
Just Logan.
Not Logan.
Can't even think of a name that would be short for.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one. Again, if I was in front of a beautiful woman, they're like, "My name's David," I'd probably be like, "No, I don't give a fuck." But I don't.
David's might be the most male name.
Yeah, like there's no. I mean, Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
There's no getting around.
I
it.
was shocked.
Yeah. Where'd you meet this person?
At a job internship a while ago.
Dude, it's weird too because in this day and age, my first instinct is go, "Oh, maybe they're like trans." If someone told me
No.
their name's Logan, I go, "Oh, maybe they're just a hot
No.
trans."
And it's weird, like after hanging out with her for a while, like every day for a summer, it's like I started thinking of it as a female name.
Right. Yeah. I feel like that just will happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I've definitely met female. I'm about to say female women, but
Yeah.
for the context of the trans stuff, for a female woman, I've met them that they have a guy's name you forget
Yeah.
a little bit into the relationship.
I grew up with, not grew up sounds weird. I went to school with two female twins. Their names were Carson and Dylan.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are dude
Are
names.
those even female names?
No.
I've never heard of that outside of.
No. I've only met male Dylans and Carson. I've never met a Carson in general.
It
but
kind
it's
of
a guy- it's a guy
weirdly worked though.
Yeah. I mean, again, you meet the person and they're hot. You're like, yeah. or they're just literally like they're obviously a woman.
Yeah.
And eventually, it just all the name shit fades. So, who fucking knows? But it's a good point to bring up.
Uh,
I have to say, when I see the names though, I do swipe left. I never forget. Right is.
how about Ruth? You ever heard of that one?
I mean, that's a woman's name though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like up there with like Edgar and like it's like old timey names. Ruth.
Yeah, it is old timey.
Yeah.
Is that more of a girl's name than a guy's name?
I've never seen it. I've seen more girl. I've never seen a guy named that. I've seen tons of girls, but like elderly people.
I guess yeah, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah, that's.
Hmm.
But I've never seen a guy named Ruth. Ruthifa.
I'm just thinking of Babe Ruth. That's probably why I think that.
That's his last name.
Yeah.
Let's see. Company chatbots using ChatGPT Premium. I feel like I talked about this one, but there's a snapshot of a guy who was, everyone's using ChatGPT for like chatbots everywhere. Like all these companies go on their website.
Yeah.
The backend's now becoming just all ChatGPT. And so the guy's on Ford's website, the car company, and he's like, asked it about Python code. And he's just like, putting his Python code into a Ford chatbot, and it's just giving him back revisions. And he's just on Ford's website because it's just ChatGPT in the background.
Why is he using Ford's website?
He just thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
Him knowing that a lot of these are ChatGPT,
I see,
he
I
just
see,
went there.
I
He's
see.
like, give me a function that like reverses a binary tree, and he's on Ford's website, and it just does it for you.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah, pretty great. Short, quick. Pet peeve. Oh, there's many.
Get it.
Questions with obvious answer. Like
Stupid questions.
yeah, I mean it's an easy one. The situation I'm thinking about is that same guy I was bitching about before at my work. It's like it's almost insulting when someone. It would take the person, 10 seconds total to answer the question. I know they know that, but instead they ask you for you to solve.
To answer their own question,
yes.
you mean?
But then it then requires me to pull back from what I'm doing, focus to what they're doing, and then give them an answer. I think the question I had here was, he was like, has the data been copied to both of these places? And literally him querying.
Check both the places.
Literally, he would just have to query one table and see that the counts aligned on one table. And instead, he went, did you copy this over? Like, dude. And I'm pretty sure he had done testing that, like, validated that already. I'm like, dude, you just use your fucking head, man. Do something.
Yeah, it's also you're working remotely too, right?
Yeah.
That makes it work, because in person, that's not as bad. If you just, like, threw that out there. Like, if you were sitting right next to a person, be like, did you do this? But when you send a message, it's, like, way worse.
It's like a tap on the shoulder, being like, hey, give me attention. My buddy who works totally in office, we were talking about this yesterday. He's a software engineer. And he's like, yeah, dude, it's so much easier being in the office for stuff. But I'm like, I've been in situations at work where, say someone messes up, and then you got to go to them and be like, hey, man, you messed this up, and then they do it again and again, and I feel less inclined. I hate in person going back to them and going, it's still not right, and it's as opposed to messaging them, it's so much easier to be like wrong.
You don't have to see there.
Yeah, I just shoot the message out, and it's just out there, and they know that they're wrong, as opposed to me going like, because I try to be nice every time in person.
Yeah,
where I'm like, listen,
but
I
on
know
the third time,
I know
you feel like a jackass.
Yeah. And then, like, do you keep, like, obviously you probably, I would imagine both of us probably continue to be nice, even after the fourth time. Like, I'm not going to yell at someone at work.
But, like, inside, there's rage.
Oh, yeah, but then I'm just going to die of a heart attack at 40 because of that. So it's like, messaging, man. It's the way.
Yeah. Just cut out the human components.
Yeah, I want all robots by the time I'm, like, 35, which is coming up.
You're already there, dude.
Yeah, I'm already 35.
That's 5 years, dude.
I know, it's coming up.
It's going to fly by.
The audacity of colleges to charge for transcripts. Yeah. I mean, that's...
Oh, fuck
dude,
that.
How in God's name can any college, let alone... I went to a private college, they're raking in, like, obscene amounts of money. And I go to get my transcripts from them because I was looking at master's programs. And they're like, yeah, it's going to be about $10 to get my transcripts. I've paid them $60,000 to $80,000, and they go,
it's like one last fuck you before you graduate.
That and the calls about donating.
Oh my god!
If I've ever wanted to burn down anything more, it's been in those instances of the transcripts and them asking for money, knowing they have tens,
so
if not
more.
hundreds of millions of dollars as a university. It's talk about fucking like blood boiling madness. Man, dude.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You do have to pay.
Yeah. I forgot until literally probably a month ago when I was like...
Do you need your transcripts?
Yeah.
Why?
Looking at master's programs. Just for,
oh, shit.
Yeah, there's some good options out there that are like literally...
Trying to turn your life around?
Yeah, dude, I'm finally getting what my worth is after a while so people start accepting me. No, I just feel, I don't know. It's probably more of an insecurity of mine, even though I'm already in the field and established, of like...
Oh, it's exactly what I did.
I mean, you already had a computer... Oh, no, you had an engineering degree. But that goes way farther in general, too. I don't have an engineering degree at all. I have a psychology degree. Yeah. So I'm like, in the back of my head, it's like, oh, man, even if I have 5 years of experience as a software engineer, they're going to look and see not a bachelor's in computer science and just be like, no, not this guy, which is not the reality at all, considering... no. I've had... Every source tell me it doesn't work like that once you've had experience.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah, no one ends up giving you shit. And unless you're entry level. If you don't have a computer science degree, it's very hard to get in for a first job. So yeah, it's an insecurity of mine that I'm probably just going to get a master's degree.
It's an expensive insecurity.
Well, dude, some of the options I found, and we don't have to talk about this too long, but a lot of these colleges now, like reputable colleges, are doing this like self-paced thing, where you pay a flat fee for a semester and you can take as many courses as you want.
You're just going to cram a bunch in?
Yeah. So, like, for one college I was looking at, is like $4,500 for an entire 6 months of whatever you can finish. Like, dude, I could just fucking grind my ass off until I
While
bleed.
working still?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Dude. I got nothing better to do, man.
You're gonna die, dude.
Yeah, but
I can't even handle. I can handle one class at a time.
That's fair.
If I did more, I would probably be dead.
That's fair. And I'm also coming from a place of like I haven't been in school in forever, so in my mind I'm like, oh, it'll be easy, but it's probably just not at all.
So bad, dude.
Yeah,
It's just misery.
I'm just gonna take 10
You should
courses.
try it though.
Yeah, just spend a bunch of money. Probably. But it's cool. I mean, I like the idea of that.
It is a cool idea, dude. See if you could like get some time off work.
That's probably not
No.
gonna happen. Not a startup, dude. Not to be like, dude, listen, at startups. But it's like there's, if anyone left right now, it would be an issue.
Yeah.
So for me to be like, I can't, like it would just not work out. But I don't know. We'll see something. I'm gonna try to get a master's. We'll see what happens.
Nice.
I feel like I told you about this, but I had a ride with an Indian Uber driver. I don't know why that context is needed. I guess it is needed. Picks me up, get in the car. This guy has like 5 stars on Uber, which is rare. It's, sometimes, most of the times you'll get like a 4.8 to a 4.9, but to have 5 stars, dude, you have to have given such good service.
Isn't that like 0? No one gave you under 5.
I think so. But he had like thousands upon thousands of rides, so I was like, this is insane. Get in the car, drive. He's like, how's your day? Blah blah blah. And
And he was so cool.
yeah, I mean, no. I mean, yes, but he starts talking about this thing called cloud seeding, which,
Dude, I just heard about this.
okay, I've never heard about this. He just starts. I don't even know. He just started talking. Like literally, I think it was snowy out. And he's like, you know why it's like this? And I was like,
Oh fuck,
dude. And I'm sitting there like, why? And he's like, because cloud seeding. They fill the skies with these chemicals around certain times to create snow for around like Christmas and holidays and do certain
Jesus.
things. And I was like, this guy's fucking crazy. He's just talking about the entire ride back to my apartment. Get out of the car. I'm like, thank you, sir. Go inside, look it up. It's totally legitimate.
Well, it's a real thing.
Yes.
The science, you can do it.
They do it. It's literally, they have states that say it's either legal or illegal to do it in certain
They
places.
do it in America?
Oh, yeah, dude.
What?
Literally, there's laws in Wisconsin and Illinois around these things. And Wisconsin definitely does it.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, this is interesting. I just saw something about it like in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah.
There were talks of doing it just to like not have it be
Desert
desert
all the
sun
time.
all the time.
Yeah. No, they do it here all the time.
That's
They
insane.
just put things like barium in the sky that affects the water presence or whatever, and they can create snow, and they do it. And it can also be used for farming and stuff like that.
I was going to say, I feel like farming would be the primary reason.
Yeah, but it sounded like some QAnon crazy shit. Where I was like, okay, man.
When I saw it, I was like, this is bullshit. I thought it was fake.
because essentially it is the government's controlling the weather. That's literally what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and when anyone says anything that sounds like that, I go, you're fucking insane. And this guy was super intelligent.
I forgot how it works. I remember it was pretty cool.
It was something that, I know barium was one of the main chemicals, but I thought that was, talk about judging a book by its cover and being like,
It's probably why he has 5. Did you give him 5 stars after that?
I give everyone 5 stars. Unless I've never had an experience that's I've deemed anything less than 5 stars.
Really?
They'd have to be like doing some fucked up shit, like fucking their sister or brother or something.
Oh, in the car.
Yeah, while they're driving me. Just getting fucking roadhead. Fucking sibling head. Ugh.
I got one I want to talk about.
All right.
You might have seen this. It was on Reddit a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Okay, basically, this guy got his work sabotaged by an IT guy for like a decade.
Did you or I know.
I threw it on the list.
Okay, I think I totally saw this on Reddit.
Did you? Okay.
Talk about it a little more.
All right. Hold on. I screenshot it. I'm going to read a little bit from it. Because it's crazy. Okay, this guy, I work medium-sized firm between 2014 and 2024. I found myself constantly making mistakes while working. Calculations in Microsoft Excel were wrong. Data inputs on spreadsheets were wrong. Booking the wrong days on his vacation. Realizing he booked the wrong days on vacation. Typos in documents. that changed words like counts to cunts. Felt like he was going crazy, so he would do things like screenshot what he had calculated, but then he found later his screenshots had disappeared the next day, so he would question if he took them in the first place.
Dude, what the fuck?
In February 2024, their IT guy left them after facing a disciplinary. This guy's from the UK, so I guess was disciplined.
Okay.
They hired another guy. Within 2 weeks, he approached him and showed him a series of records. Their old IT guy had been accessing his system, editing his work, changing the information that he had put on his annual leave sheet and other things. The guy had been sabotaging his work for over a decade. What the consequences I faced are he was not allowed to work from home like all his colleagues because of unreliability, resulted in all the transport costs, was overlooked for promotion, had his professional life credibility damaged, had to undergo treatment for ADHD and early onset Alzheimer's, other cognitive
Holy
tests,
shit.
and was put on a performance improvement plan.
All because of this IT guy.
Because of this guy fucking with him.
Does he say anything about a reason?
No, there's no reason.
What? This guy was just doing
He never
this?
got into the whole post is him asking if he has like legal standing to go after this old IT guy, which 100%
You
he
can
does.
sue for almost anything in this nation. That's more than enough reason.
I mean, yeah, he's sabotaged his reputation
Guy's just an actor of
and
chaos?
his mental health. Yeah,
Dude, what the fuck?
That's like the purest evil. I mean, there's worse evil, but
yeah,
like,
but literally
it's
doing it for
concentrated. There's no reason.
no, just
other
doing
than
it to do it to make watch someone
for
suffer.
10 years.
Dude,
He made a person think they were less of a person.
Dude, part of me feels like that's stories. 10 years, you wouldn't.
Yeah, how do you not figure that out?
After a couple of weeks, you're like, this is weird.
Yeah,
How would you still have a job after 10 years?
I don't know. Yeah, he was on a performance improvement plan. I
But,
don't know.
but like, dude, that happens way quicker than. Doesn't take 10. They'll let you go if you're fucking up consistently. Like that.
He's like, I've spoken to HR. They issued an apology, allowed me to work from home again, and removed his performance improvement plan.
Dude,
That
what the
just
fuck?
they're like, oh shit, sorry.
That's insane. I wish, God, I want to interview that IT guy. I'd love to know, like, why.
That'd be
Why?
like interviewing a serial killer on death row, just like insanity.
Yeah, just saying he did it for the love of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean,
It could totally be fake.
you know, I'm talking from a place of being wow, I can't even talk. Being good with technology, so maybe it'd be, your average person maybe just wouldn't catch it, I guess, maybe. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
we
like
don't-
I would
yeah,
know,
you-
I would
you
know
don't know.
so quick.
But he got to the point where he was taking screenshots. So he's inside. He's like, I know I didn't.
But how is he not taking screenshots with, like, something other than his computer? Like, taking a picture of something with his phone.
Yeah,
Like,
totally could have done that.
yeah, there's a lot of holes here.
There's some holes.
But it's also, it definitely could happen. I feel like it happened to this guy, but it's exaggerated a little bit.
I think so.
Like 10 years just seems insane.
10 years is
That's
crazy.
so long to be like, well, guess I'm just crazy. Like you have to be.
It's shocking.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean,
You're right. I do. Really, what comes out of this, I want to know what was in that IT guy's head.
yeah. Any situation like that
It-
where there's a guy doing it for the fuck of it, what like
Because 10 years, it could be funny once. He changes counts to cunts one time,
hilarious.
shows someone he did
Also,
it.
probably dude. If someone does that once, you could still get fired for that. If you like
Yeah.
sent a document to someone that just had cunt written all over
Yeah.
it, like dude, you would totally get fired. That's
Yeah,
not
all
like
over it would be crazy.
yeah, dude.
Rewritten 100 times. But he had to be subtle so he could keep it up for 10 years.
Sure. How you got to be
He
so
fucked with his vacation, too.
dude. So you would think the person is literally like you wouldn't keep them as an employee if it was truly that crazy.
Yeah, they probably felt bad. Maybe they thought he was, like, disabled or something and then didn't want to fire him for that.
I guess so. Either way, any example of someone like that tormenting for the fuck of it, it's crazy. Like how
It's
Is it
pure
just
torment. I
boredom?
can't think of a way to defend this IT guy.
No, I mean,
I'm trying to.
unless there's like some context that's left out, like the guy fucked his wife, or like something
Oh
crazy.
shit! He probably did. He probably fucked his wife.
How many people just do that to do that? I've never cut. I mean, talking about meeting tons of people, I've never come across someone who truly.
Dude, even for revenge, just ruining a guy's life.
People do that. I mean, I buy way more into that.
Yeah.
Than someone literally for no reason other than to just do it. It's crazy.
Because he thought it was funny.
I mean, yeah, I
Just
guess that's a reason.
So evil.
For 10 years?
That's the thing. 10 years. Even like if someone does some big act of revenge, it's usually like a one big thing, right?
Yeah.
Usually don't sabotage someone for 10 years. That's like torture.
Yeah. Emotions are so fleeting, man. It's like
That's what I'm saying. Like that, it'd be hard to keep that up.
that. Yeah, most people just
That hatred.
Most people just get over it so quickly. But I don't know. I mean, there's to your point. There's serial killers out there.
I think he has to be a psycho.
Right. He's probably just that. He's not killing people, but he's just doing that. That's just what it is.
Which you could argue is a healthy outlet if you're a serial killer.
It's way better than killing people. We can agree there. But that guy sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking. I mean, it is funny though. That's even funnier. All right. See what we got. It was that.
That was it.
Okay, that's it on that one. At what point? Okay, this is kind of a work thing, but it could be for anything.
Does incest stop? No, go ahead.
Yeah, we're back to incest. Maybe it's just a work thing. You're in a meeting, right? You say you're the first person there. You show up.
Oh, with the meetings, dude. It's all about the meetings.
I mean, this one's more like a what do you do than like a frustration. You're the first guy or girl. First person comes in, you go, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah. Second person comes in, hey, how's it going? Third person comes in, do you say hi? How far into say there's 20 people in the meeting, do you say hi to everyone?
It's like 2.
2, and then you're done?
In person or virtual?
Virtual. In person's different. I feel like hi to everybody then because they're walking physically in a room. Like, hey.
Yeah, if it's just me and another person, I say, what's up?
Yeah.
If another person comes in, I usually say, what's up?
Yeah, but
Third person, mute the mics.
Yeah.
We're silent.
I fell into a trap either probably a couple weeks ago, I'd say, where I got to the third person and I just ended up saying hi to like 10 people, and I was like, at the end, just felt so weird.
You felt used.
Yeah, but I felt like the people who had like been there in the beginning saw me do this. Like, hey, how's it going?
And they're not saying hi either.
Yeah, and I'm just the guy like, hey, and just having this like small talk.
Were you running the meeting?
No.
Oh,
yeah,
it's weird, dude.
Way weirder.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know, man. I'm lonely. Just having conversations with people in fucking Slack. No. Yeah, just stuff like that. I feel like there can be bits written just about that stuff. Or they're like Seinfeldian almost, where you're like...
That's very Seinfeld.
Yeah.
When does it stop?
Yeah, incest. What time are we at? Oh, shit, we're at 58 on here.
Yeah.
Do like one more?
Yeah, give me one more. Give me a steamy one.
I mean, this one's pretty steamy. Man jailed, raped, and beaten after being falsely accused using AI facial recognition software.
That is steamy. Wait, so what did he do?
He got falsely... So, you're just a guy.
Okay.
Police department...
Yeah, put me in the situation. I'll understand it better.
You're the guy. Police department's head started putting in facial recognition software used on like camera footage to be like, oh, this is our guy. If they have you in the database and you've been like a criminal before. And so they literally just used that software. It said it was this guy. It brought him in. He would in the short amount of time. This guy was also like, either he wasn't a criminal or his only crime was like a weed charge or like something.
Sure.
In the short time he was in prison, got beaten and raped.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And so there's a whole court case now because the software was wrong. Wow. Yeah, dude. That's our future, man. It's just...
I mean, I feel like this is like the Tesla argument. It's like,
What's the Tesla argument?
They're like self-driving cars. It's like, yeah, some will fuck up and kill people, but
sure, overall.
for the overall, it probably helps. That sucks for that guy, though.
Yeah. The only thing I could say with the Tesla one is that, like, relative to non-automated people driving cars, they kill a lot less.
Clearly way better.
Way less people overall, as opposed
Well, yeah,
to
that's
this one.
what's the benefit of this recognition
Yeah, this one's
software?
kind of in isolation of, like, there's nothing like this that we use to go, oh, it's this guy. Like, we really make sure it's the guy before we do it, as opposed to them just trusting the software and going, it has identified from this blurry, CCTV footage that it is this man.
I guess it would be like, how many people does that catch that wouldn't have been caught?
Sure. Which I don't know. I just know that they pulled all these systems from a lot of police departments because they put them in. Most of the reason is that the software was extremely biased towards minorities.
Oh,
because
really?
there's more minorities in the system, it just would default
It's
more.
just the training data.
Exactly,
wow.
dude. And it's like you can't.
That's how human minds work too. That's like
Yeah.
it's like literally profiling.
Yeah, I mean it's fucked up because the statistics say more minorities are in prison, but that doesn't mean that more minorities are going to commit crimes.
Should have been in prison.
And the software
Yeah,
just
yeah.
goes, no, yeah, they probably will, and then just says it's them. So it'll probably get better, like the software will, but for now it's like it's
Wait, but
hard
how-
when the data is suggesting that it's mostly.
The software doesn't assign blame though. Doesn't the software just recognize a face?
Yeah.
So wait, how is it biased towards minorities? I guess is my question.
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just know it is. I know it's
Okay.
to the point where they took it all out.
dang.
Yeah. Kind of hit a wall with that
So
one.
I assumed it would be like you know what this criminal looks like. You
Yeah.
see them walk into an area with a camera. Software picks up and says this guy's here.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that would
Well,
be.
so say you're black. You're not a
Okay.
criminal.
Okay.
But because the software leans towards mostly criminals, it could literally be like, oh, this is the guy. So it just
Or is it more likely to mix up minorities
Exactly.
than
yes,
white people?
Yes. So like it's
Okay.
way more likely to be like, oh, you're the criminal because you're just black and the criminal's black.
See, that I would think would have the opposite effect if it's trained on more black people data. You'd think it would be better at distinguishing the nuances.
That's a good point. It should, but it doesn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just racist AI.
Yeah, I'm also so outside of the world of like image recognition software, so I don't know how good it is when they're like, is it this person's face? It must just be bad enough to where, at least for minority groups, it doesn't work well.
Yeah.
But and also, it's like the level of footage you're working with. Is it like it's not a straight on because they're like they're using
Right.
video from like stores to be like, oh yeah. So I don't think it's quite there yet.
Yeah, there was also a thing with like iPhone face recognition, wasn't it? Like it didn't work well on Asians. Pretty sure that
I
happened.
mean, it could have. I have no
I
idea.
think they've addressed it, but I remember hearing
Thank
about
God, someone's out there doing God's work,
that. Yeah,
addressing these issues.
yeah, it's a big problem.
I wonder why. Just because maybe they didn't have enough Asian data, like Asian faces, to train with.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's a period like any Asian could open any Asian's phone.
It's pretty awesome.
Which is kind of funny.
They are the skeleton key of races. All right, well, that's a good note to end on.
Yeah,
Solid hour.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll
Next time.
talk
See you
to-
next time.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.